A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene alongside as always, and there are just 3 days to Super Bowl 55.
I have never been so ready for the Super Bowl to be over in my life.
Oh, I love it. It's one of those things that you just get to enjoy. Day after day, the talk about your team just gets more and more and more.
Unless you're John Clayton, who apparently he does not get to enjoy the Super Bowl.
Oh, poor old John Clayton.
I'm a Hall of Famer, and I don't understand what the interwebs is.
I can't get it on my television. John Clayton showing how old he is by tweeting out, "I can't believe that my wife and I can't watch the Super Bowl because DirecTV and Cox TV can't reach a deal for Channel 7 in Seattle. I've been to 45 Super Bowls, missing my first since 1983. Lowcast has problems connecting. I'm in the Hall of Fame. DirecTV is shutting us out." Apparently his internet sucks.
Apparently he can't figure out YouTube TV.
My internet sucks and I can't watch the game this year.
It's all right, watch baseball.
John Clayton, boy, that guy is he's a little over his skis, and I love that people are trying to be nice to him too, because it's John Clayton. How can you be mad to? How can you be awful to John Clayton?
He has the greatest "This Is SportsCenter" commercial ever.
He does. We were just talking about that outside. That was him showing up at the door with his Metallica t-shirt and the wig on.
And the ponytail.
He
had a ponytail.
Great.
He had a ponytail. It was great.
Yeah, he did.
He had the Benjamin Franklin cut. It was wonderful.
It was even better than the David Ortiz putting the Yankees cap on. That one always tickled me. I loved that one. It is the Sportsocracy. Follow, like, and share the Sportsocracy on all of the social medias. We are live from the Wicked Weed studio. WickedWeedBrewing.com. Drink different. Is this going to be the greatest Super Bowl of all time?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm just, there's
Is
all
this
the
going
talk.
to be the greatest of all time?
There's all the talk of this could be the greatest Super Bowl of all time. You got the GOAT and the kid going at it, and, it's hard to argue against Tom Brady. It's hard to argue because think of the greatest Super Bowls of all time. I mean, he was in 4 of them. What?
I need this to be over.
It's not going to be over. You
I
got
need
2
this
days
to be
left
over.
of this.
No,
I still
I
have
have 1 day
6
of
hours.
this. I have 1 day of this.
No, today still counts.
No, because I'm already here. I've already had to mentally. I had to get in the shower and wash my hair and all that shit and just go, motherfuck, I have to deal with this again.
Hey, I got 6 more hours of radio to do, and webcasting to do.
Yeah, but at the radio station, I can put music in my headphones and not even know you're there.
You don't know how to do that.
I'll figure it out. You figured out how to do graphics. I'll figure out how to do that.
Well, you do have a point there.
I'll get Caleb to teach me buttons. I figured that one out.
It is a Threadbare Thursday as well, so be sure to fire up all the things that you'd like to hear talked about today, especially as we are the Democratic Republic of Sports.
We're also announcing our Super Bowl Squares contest later in this show.
Yes.
So share it with your friends. Tell them. Hey, we want to get everybody involved. Give everybody the chance to win real life U.S. dollars and stuff. And there's other things. You don't have to win money. I'll send you my hat if that would do it.
Right. What to you is the greatest Super Bowl you've ever seen?
It's Titans Rams. I don't even know why I thought about
Titans
that.
Rams?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know why I thought about that so much.
It wasn't Malcolm Butler.
Nope. If it involved Patriots, fuck it. No. If it has Tom Brady in it, I don't care.
Okay. All right. You just hated every second of all that glory.
Yeah, sure did. Hated every second of it. Sucked a lot. And I actually rooted for them in the first one because I thought, New England's they've never won a Super Bowl. Yeah, that seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I was much dumber then.
I'm looking forward to this because I know it's going to be a fight. I know it's going to be a dogfight.
Mm-hmm.
And I had, the last Super Bowl I got to enjoy very easily. Just sit back and enjoy the show. There was no real drama involved to it. So this time, I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most, is just watching a good game. And, that's been Tom Brady's MO. He's in every game and, win some, lose some. Do you knock him all that much for losing the Super Bowls?
No.
For losing 3 Super Bowls? Especially the way that he lost them.
Well, he's been in 10, so it's kind of hard to knock him for losing 3.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like I feel like Tom Brady and LeBron James are in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
If you're knocking them for how many they lost, you're not understanding how hard it is to actually get there. Right. Especially when you have Larry Hughes as your second best player on your team. Mm-hmm. LeBron's better than Brady. Prove me wrong.
Ooh.
Spicy.
LeBron's better than Brady.
Yes.
Because he had to carry more. That's your point? He had to carry more to the championship? Mm-hmm. I mean, I would agree with that. I don't think there's anybody that would look at Tom Brady and go, he's the greatest. Ron and I kind of had this discussion on Friday of he's not one that you would consider in the class of greatest athlete of all time.
No, because in a foot race he'd lose to me and it wouldn't be all that close.
Right. But he was always the guy that just, that was just had your team in it. Wasn't going to give up, was going to make the smart play at the right time. He never had to carry the team physically.
I love how he's been on your team for an hour, mm-hmm. and now I swear to God, by the end of this week, he's going to walk on water.
I mean, he almost does.
I knew you were going to say that. Good God. Brady shows up in Tampa Bay, and Tank just...
No, those sweet angelic feet, if he gets near the water, it just parts.
Oh, my God.
It just...
It's thick in here today, boys. Got your waders on and shit.
I love it so much.
I don't know that I can handle 3 more days of this.
Well, I mean,
I may actually have to kill him.
Me?
Shit, that was a confession on television.
Why? Why would you kill me?
Oh, because you're driving me absolutely crazy with this. Tom Brady is the greatest that's ever lived. There's never been. Good God. You're like that parent with the ugly kid. Mm-hmm. It's like, look, more pictures. Look at the pictures of my freaking kid. He did a thing. What'd he do? I don't know, but it was a thing. Ugh.
No, I mean, it comes down to...
I have learned, I never thought I would find something more annoying than New England Patriots Tom Brady fans.
Right.
I have found one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers Tom Brady fans. They are equally annoying. If not more so, because they're taking the 20 years of bullshittery that had nothing to do with them, and now they're just embracing it in a big old hug. Like, I just love New England too. Send us Julian Edelman and all the other... Glenn Hopper said Tank's starting to sound like Colin Cowherd.
Oh, shit.
The only difference is I really like Colin Cowherd.
Yeah.
I like him too, but I will tell you this week is tested.
Oh, God.
By the end of this week, I might not.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What? Facts are facts. You can get upset about them all you want to.
Good Lord.
What?
Can we move on to any topic other than Tom Brady?
If you
can we put Tank on conversation probation where he's not allowed to say Tom Brady's name for 35 seconds?
Okay, let's talk about that defense. Is Antoine Winfield the greatest first-round pick ever? Or second-round pick?
I was about to say, first of all, he wasn't a first-round pick. Second of all, hell no. Good Lord. Everything I want to say is insanely vulgar, so I'm choosing not to do it.
Please don't. You don't have to go there. Just be nice. Just be nice.
Oh, now Ron just actually surpassed you in terms of...
Oh, what did he say?
He said, I'd go as far to say if Tom Brady gets hurt, the Bucs can win with Blaine Gabbert. I'm going to disagree for the square.
Yeah, don't go there.
You do know who Blaine Gabbert is, right? You know what Blaine Gabbert's biggest flaw is? He's Blaine Gabbert. When he pulls his driver's license out and shows it to people, it still says Blaine fucking Gabbert on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Roddy is going to name his kid Tom Brady George if he gets the boy.
Did you not hear that?
No.
That was the breaking news on Friday.
No, I did not hear this.
The new child in the George household is going to be Tom Brady George.
Wait, his wife agreed to that?
I guess so.
Yeah,
I told him.
so.
I told him I might not do that.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to push Josephine Namath 3 times. So I tried. Didn't work. But
Josephine
Namath. I think it would have been a beautiful name. Any of you listening, feel free. If you have a little girl, name her Josephine Namath. Beautiful name.
That doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but I told Ronnie he really couldn't do it because that'd give the kid 3 first names. And,
That's true.
And never trust a guy with three first names.
Those turn into serial killers. Almost every time.
Right.
John Wayne Gacy.
Gacy? You know a guy named Gacy?
Sure.
I actually do.
Oh my God.
I do.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
I don't know if that. I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
James Earl Ray.
James Earl Ray.
That's the one you were looking for.
Lee Harvey Oswald. They always call serial killers by their full names.
Right.
Which is, by the way, why no one on planet Earth outside of the woman that sleeps with me every night knows what mine is.
Right.
You still don't know my middle name, do you?
I do.
I'd
I'd like to share it.
I will
if you
kill
want me
you.
to.
I will stab you in front of that camera.
I hold the power.
I hate my middle name more than I hate Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Truth. Timothy Tank McVeigh. I love these days so much because the fucked uptitude in our comments just makes me go, we did this. We have brought all these people together,
right.
And we should start a Reddit.
I don't know what that is, so
Reddit?
I'm going full on John Clayton here. I've seen it. It's like a comment thread thing. It's like a message board.
Yes,
I have
Reddit.
no idea.
Reddit is how the GameStop AMC thing happened.
Right, I understand.
They came together in a bunch. Yeah, it's also how bad things happen.
Never used it.
You've never used Reddit?
I've never Reddited.
Somebody please throw a topic in the comments that's not going to make me happy.
Help!
I wasn't in the greatest mood when I walked in the door this morning anyway. And then I've gotten to hear Wax Poetic over here just opine. I'm waiting for you to write a sonnet. I'm literally waiting for you to go full J.J. Reddick and sit under a tree and write a poem about Tom Brady.
I mean, I'll do it. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Are your poems as good as J.J. Reddick's?
I think there might be on par.
Yeah, they were bad.
They,
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can YouTube it. It's awesome.
yeah, no, I'm not. I don't share my gift with anyone.
Now, I will say, very rarely is there something, because I'm the one that stays up to date with, in spite of the fact I can't stand millennials. I don't know what a Dogecoin is at all.
A Dogecoin?
DOGE. It's been said in the comments 3 times. I don't know what that is. I feel like this is something Ron could explain to us because he does all of those things.
I have one of those. When I bought my car, I found a coin inside of it, and that's a Dogecoin. That's a Dogecoin.
No. There's 2 D's in Dodge. Oh, I almost said something fucked up. God Almighty.
You're going down a path.
I am. Look, I'm gonna level with you. I didn't sleep particularly well. I woke up with a headache. I'm a little cantankerous this morning.
Right.
It's something from Elon Musk. I should have known that. Yeah, it's an Elon Musk thing.
Oh, is that his new? He's created his own currency now.
Apparently, apparently this is step 3 that ultimately leads to Elon Musk being Batman. I'm telling you right now, if you told me that before I died there would be a real life Batman, I would bet every dollar I've ever made in my life and my ability to have fun that it's Elon Musk. Or me. Could be me.
Or you.
I'm not in good enough shape and I don't have nearly enough money. But
Right.
with the funding of Elon Musk, I could be Batman.
So you're saying the Tennessee Titans is the Tennessee Titans falling
Rams.
short.
Yeah,
is
they were
the
a
best
foot
Super Bowl
short.
of all
What
time.
could actually be better than that? And in the comments I saw, the Eagles beating the
Absolutely.
the Patriots. I'm not gonna lie.
The old
Did I ever
Philly
tell
play.
you what I actually did the night of that Super Bowl?
No.
Now, I need you to understand something. I hate the Philadelphia Eagles with an undying passion. I don't know why. I've worn one of their Super Bowl rings.
Mm-hmm.
I still hate the Philadelphia Eagles with an undying passion. The night they beat New England, I went out on my deck and Stone Cold Steve Austin 2 beers on Snapchat and drank them both. And got, I got Nick Nolte driving a Buick drunk.
Oh,
I mean, it was
shit.
bad. I got what's the crazy guy?
Crazy guy. Jim Cramer?
He's also a crazy guy, not the crazy guy I was referring to.
Gary Busey.
I would never forget Gary Busey. Gary Busey is my spirit animal. I have a dream of one day that I will sit around the table with Gary Busey, Charlie Sheen, and Nick Nolte and just house beers. Because I think it would be a lot of fun.
Ron Paul? Is that the crazy guy you're thinking
No,
of?
I can't. He's an actor, and I've never watched not one movie he's in, but he's a crazy person. And now he looks homeless.
I have no idea who
He's
you're talking about.
He's a Trump supporter, and he's crazy, and he drinks all the time, and he gets on.
Oh, are you talking about James Woods?
No, James Woods is cool too. I like James Woods as well. James Woods has some good ideas.
Has anybody in the comments got it yet?
No.
'Cause-
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Michael Lassett said Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, there you go.
Bobcat Goldthwait has the most annoying voice in the history of time.
He does.
Oh no!
I think, I don't know. Is it recency bias that we think these Super Bowls are the best? Because you look at like a list,
100%.
like you
The
look
last thing you saw in this current era is the best thing you've ever seen.
right, but you look at like these lists. I had a list here of ranking all of the 54 Super Bowls, and no kidding, Tom Brady was in the top 4, and it was all the 17-14 game against the St. Louis Rams. It was the Philadelphia game. It was the Malcolm Butler interception game. It was the big comeback against the Atlanta Falcons.
It was him getting beat by the David Tyree catch.
I think that one was. My computer's just completely shit the bed here.
Stunner.
So I would tell you.
Little Mister,
which
I've never
one-
heard of Reddit. Can't make his computer work. I'm shocked.
Stop it.
By the way, I have to say this since it's Threadbare Thursday. We just bounce around like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
I just Googled crazy celebrities and found a list that I want to talk about at some point. Charlie Manson is 41.
41. What could I?
Charles
I mean-
Manson is 41. Gary Busey's 16, in case you're curious.
I mean, I guess since he wasn't, famous when he was crazy, he's always been crazy, but you get what I'm saying.
Charles Manson's 2 spots ahead of Rihanna. I didn't make the list. I'm just reporting the list. I'm giving you the list as I saw it.
That's got to be fame based, I guess, at the time of the craziness.
It's driving me insane that I cannot remember this person's name.
He's gonna find it.
I'm gonna find it. Come hell or high tide, I'm going to find this.
Nice. Rihanna though, I mean, yeah, she definitely deserves to be on that list.
I say I don't understand.
That girl crazy.
Amanda Bynes deserves to be on that list.
Yeah.
Gary Busey. I will say the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life is the Family Guy take on what Gary Busey sees every day. Have you ever seen that? Yeah, he's staring in the mirror and it's, "How are you doing today, Gary Busey?" "I'm doing great." And it's the image in the mirror is the hair is snakes.
Yeah.
That's fantastic and accurate.
I would
Somebody give us a topic outlet.
I would probably say that the best Super Bowl I ever saw was probably the New England comeback. Because I didn't think it was
Against the
possible.
Rams?
Yeah. No,
Or
against
no,
the
against the
Falcons. I mean, you're down 28-3, and somehow you come back and force overtime and win the only overtime Super Bowl we've ever had.
I love that Tank keeps trying to pull it back.
I'm trying to stay on some kind of similar topic, and you're just like, I don't.
Michael Whiteside said, "Name a movie the celebrity you're thinking of is in." I can't tell you a movie he's in, but I can tell you he is related to the guy that played the Shitter's Full guy in Christmas Vacation. I know they're related. I just don't know how.
Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid?
Randy Quaid. I figured it out.
Randy Quaid was the Shitter's Full guy.
No, Dennis Quaid. Which one's the crazy? There's a crazy one in the family.
Randy is the crazy one.
Oh, is he the crazy
Shitter's
one?
Full guy is
That
the
guy.
crazy one.
That's who I was talking about.
God almighty. That was a long way to get to Randy
man.
Quaid.
Yes. Randy Quaid's a complete crazy person.
So
Thank
what?
you.
I forgot even
that's all.
what the purpose of mentioning his name was.
He was a crazy person. He was in the crazy person list, and I needed to know who he was, and it was bugging the shit out of me.
Well, I get that, but what was the reason?
He's another one that I want sitting at that table with me and Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Because he's a radical, crazy, insane Republican. And I just want to listen to him spout crazy bullshit for about an hour. Then I'd get tired of it.
No, but how is he relevant to the story?
No clue. I ain't got a damn clue. I don't even remember.
You were talking about smashing beers like Stone Cold Steve Austin on your deck, and then somehow Randy Quaid entered.
Yep.
Like, did he like it, or share it, or follow it, or
No clue.
don't
Maybe.
even remember.
Might have.
That was a very useless jaunt down. Jeremy can't remember a C-list celebrity's name.
Yeah, because I don't watch movies.
Yeah.
And I have this thing that when something comes into my brain, I have to know it, and I'm not going to think about anything else until I do know it. That's how that went.
Oh
Now,
my God.
back to your effervescing effusion about the
I mean,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
no. Let's just keep doing this because
Michael Whiteside wants us to talk about there's a rumor out there about an Aaron Rodgers deal. Can I just shut that down right now? Aaron Rodgers is not going anywhere. No, where? Can't happen. Won't happen.
No, we didn't think Jared Goff could happen, and somebody found him a way to make that happen.
Yeah,
I understand
there's a
that's going to be
big
the.
fuck difference. One of them you had to give up picks to for somebody to take the contract on.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is way different. Aaron Rodgers would make any team he goes to immediately relevant.
Yes,
I don't care if he went to the Jacksonville Jaguars; they would all of a sudden be relevant.
I agree. And the Andrew Luck thing is going nowhere.
I disagree with you.
Really?
I do.
But is it because everybody's coming out and saying there's nothing to it? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So everybody's trying to lay the smoke screen for Andrew Luck after this news.
See, to me, yesterday was a lot like you ever watch a movie where like a group of teenagers accidentally kills a guy, and they all start talking about, well, we weren't there. We didn't do it. And every one of their stories doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That's how I felt yesterday. And I love Pat McAfee to death, and I feel like if anybody would know, it would be him. However, Naheem Hines comes out and goes, no shot, not happening. Gonna disagree for the square. I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay.
I can give you 30 million reasons why it could happen.
But do you think he's after the money?
No. I don't think it would be just because of the money. We've seen this before where a guy retires and then is home every day and they're like,
Yeah, but Luck is an actual, like, architect.
Yeah, I mean,
He's like
Luck's
actual,
got
like,
other
sought
things
after,
going.
Like, $1 million architect.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I know he's, got a post-NFL career. You know what it's not? Starting quarterback in the NFL.
True.
So sometimes you're just not done with that thing. And I don't think he is done. I think he's got more years left in him.
Oh, he 100% does. He's younger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And, aside from talent and ability to run and shit like that, I would still happily play in the NFL. I mean, nobody would want me.
I was
But
getting ready to say, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you'd be all happy.
plus, you got to think, and Alexander said this in the comments, you got to think he had the worst offensive line in football, and there has to be a part of him that looks at this team now and goes, "Oh wait, I didn't have that, and I would like to have that a lot."
Justin Parton, I want a source. Where did you hear this rumor
That's
that Andrew Luck
been a
was gonna be
circling
there?
rumor because
Has it really?
Nick Sirianni and Luck have a good relationship.
Okay.
I
hadn't
don't
heard
buy
that.
it
That's
for
why I was
one
asking. I wasn't
second.
trying to be a dick or anything. I was seriously wanting to know where that came from.
Yeah, I don't buy it for 1 second.
He's going to be a quarterbacks coach with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I don't ever buy those things. Very rarely do elite former players become coaches. Mm-hmm. Usually because they're not very good coaches. Mike Singletary.
God,
Looking at you.
terrible.
Won 1 game as a high school football coach in 2 years.
Did
The
he
number
really?
of wins should not be less than the number of years. Just throwing that out there.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, Andrew Luck's out selling beard balm.
And what is this shit I've been hearing? Apparently the Raiders are floating Derek Carr's available if you got 2 first-round draft picks.
Good luck with that.
What? Derek Carr is not worth 2 first-round draft picks. He wasn't even a first-round draft pick.
I don't care where you were drafted. Tom Brady was the 6th round draft pick. And stupid
And
argument.
stupid argument.
Derek Carr would be worth. What would Derek Carr be worth? I think probably a 1 and 3.
Really?
He's a good NFL quarterback.
I don't know.
He's not
To
leaving
me-
Las Vegas, by the way.
Well, no. See, that's the.
I think it's funny that now that we've started
that's the
this wheel
idea.
of destiny.
Right. Everybody thinks they've got a shot at Deshaun Jackson or Deshaun Watson.
It's
not
not
Deshaun
Deshaun Jackson. Anybody can have Deshaun Jackson. The Eagles give him to you for a bag of balls.
Deshaun Watson. Everybody thinks they're in this, and that was one of the theories or rumors that I heard last night on Fox Sports Radio. They were talking about how the Raiders want 2 number 1 picks for Derek Carr, and then they would send 2 more first-round picks, and somebody, I can't remember who it was. I think it was like one of the safeties to Houston. 4 first-round picks and a safety for Deshaun Watson. No, don't think so. I might trade you Randy Watson for that.
Randy Watson!
Sexual chocolate!
I believe the children are future.
Hey, thank you very much.
That boy good.
But everybody thinks they're in on this game. The Carolina Panthers, Panthers fans, some of them still drunk on this idea that the number 8 pick is going to be something that the Houston Texans are going to jump all over.
The number 8 pick wasn't enough for the Detroit Lions to go, you can have Matthew Stafford. And before you say, oh, he wanted to play in L.A., I got news for you. If they really valued that 8th pick, they wouldn't give a shit where he wanted to play.
Right.
Still a business at the end of the day. I understand you were the good little soldier, and we want to be good to you as you part ways.
Right.
But yes, I did see that there is a Coming to America 2, and I'm very excited about it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They're all coming back. All coming back.
I want to know where they found Arsenio Hall, because I think he's been hiding somewhere for about 15 years.
Well, you just pick your spots. You got to...
Had anybody seen Arsenio Hall since about 2003?
I thought he still had like a daytime talk show on regional TV.
That stopped in 1997.
His daytime show?
Yes.
Not
You
the
missed
nighttime
that
show.
No, I think I'm thinking of the nighttime.
Yeah, I think you're thinking.
Wait,
of
he had another
He
one?
had a daytime show. Like I think he's had like 4 daytime shows
Goose.
that he keeps coming back and on and off. And all these,
Is it?
there's all
Holy
these syndicated.
shit! He had a late night talk show in 2014. What? But
He's
he
had
was.
several shows.
He also won the Celebrity Apprentice. The more you know.
Yeah. He's been around, just done nothing you've been paying attention to.
No.
No.
The Celebrity Apprentice didn't really rope me in.
I'll give them Teddy B and a box of Bojangles chicken for Carr.
Good one.
I'm sure you would. I think I'm Kevin. You're really going down that path of Teddy Bridgewater. You don't think that he can stick it out for another couple of years with the Carolina Panthers, be decent,
He is.
and then get a young quarterback to develop underneath him?
Yeah, Trey Lance. That's who you're taking at 8. It's just so you know. I literally don't know how Carolina feels exactly about him, but that's who they're going to be getting in every mock draft I do. Because I can't get away from it.
You're not the only one.
I know.
Every single person.
I was the first one.
I've seen.
I was the first one.
You were first.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Mike Greene, who can't throw more than 10 yards?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Is he saying Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater. He does not have a great deep ball arm. But poor Panthers fans, they heard Deshaun Watson and went, well, he's from Atlanta. You know there's a team in Atlanta, right? Like, if you're trying to put the pieces together, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
More girl that he went to Clemson than that.
Yes. I'm going to keep saying with Deshaun Watson, it's Jets, Dolphins, or Texans. That's where he plays next year.
Mm-hmm. I think that is the case. I don't see. I don't know. I guess because people are. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what happened.
Tremendous analysis.
I know it's tremendous analysis, but you fucked me up with the Randy Quaid thing, and now I can't get that out of my head.
This is 2 days in a row. Yesterday,
Jesus.
I honest to God thought he'd had a stroke because he said like 9 times in one sentence.
Did I?
Yes.
I
didn't tell you that after the show. I forgot until just now. You kept doing it. I was sitting there going, and then?
Sorry, because you want me to talk about other things, and the only thing I want to talk about is Tom Brady.
Can we save that? Can we mark that tape? I need that image. I won't use it for nefarious things, I promise.
Never.
I just think I think it's hilarious that everybody still thinks they're in on the Deshaun Watson thing, and it's, nothing could be further from the truth. That it's still a 2-team race, and I think everybody just wants to jump to conclusions because the Stafford thing came out of nowhere and happened so quickly. I mean, immediately after the season, they've agreed to this trade, and of course, nobody can talk about it officially right now. But with the way that went down, and the way Matt Stafford and Jared Goff were already, or Matt Stafford and Sean McVay were already, toasting it up down in Cabo.
You know why? Because Matt Stafford never said he wanted to bang Sean McVay's girlfriend. The bar has been set so low for Matthew Stafford, it is ridiculous.
I mean, this is
all you have to do. Don't say you want to bang my wife.
Well, the bar was already low. I mean, to me, I think Matt Stafford is a far superior quarterback to Jared Goff.
Yes, that's not even debatable.
No, and that's going to be, again, they're going to think they're all in. And do you think they're right? Can they make it farther next year than they did this year?
100%. Matthew Stafford is a markedly better quarterback than Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important. That's the reason that all of these rumors are coming up. Is because you've got all these teams with quarterback instability, and so people that have a lot of time on their hand and an ESPN trade machine go, hey, look, this works. Why would anybody do it? I don't know, but I like it. And so I'm going to write an article about it, and I'm going to put a headline that makes you want to click on it. It's called clickbait. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you want trade rumors, come here. I will give them to you. So from actual credible sources.
Tell us the plan for the Squares contest that we're doing.
Oh, yes, that. I cannot tell you to like, share, follow, all those things to get involved in this contest on a post on Facebook. I, however, can say it out of my mouth right now because the algorithm can't figure out run-on sentences, like what I just said. Got you. So the way you get involved, we have 100 spots. Nobody can have more than one spot. Just in the to be fair and all of those things. Here's how you get in. You have to make me see your name somehow. Whether it's the best way and the easiest way for me to keep track of is go to our Facebook page at the Sportsocracy, and there's a little button that says invite friends, and just invite your friends, and it will tell me you did that, and then I will put you on the board. You can also do it by following our page if you haven't done that before. Anything that will get me to see your name. And our prizes in this are going to be, there will be 2 cash prizes that will be determined by how many people get involved in this. Mm-hmm. There's an algorithm. I would try to explain it to you, but it's very difficult. The baseline is $100. So the halftime score and the end of the game score. There will be $200 gift cards sent out regardless, just because we love you so much, and that's how much money I could afford to just
Give away.
However, if we get more people and there's more likes and there's more, we can do some more cool things. I have a system that runs these contests. They will be there is absolutely everything will be completely transparent.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see when the board's put together. I'll do it on Sunday. I'll have a big board in the man cave where we formerly recorded the show, and you'll be able to see where everybody's numbers come in. Mm-hmm. So the board will be going up today. You just have to make me see your name. Invite your friends, share it on your Facebook page, however you want to do it, and I will get you on the board. That is starting right now. You can do it as of the second that I put a period on this sentence right now.
Yes, and there are some of you who don't need to. You're asking the question: am I on the board already? Yes.
Yeah, there's a handful of you that you're getting on the board. Now, if you want to do the invite friends thing or anything like that, feel free. We would super appreciate that. But those of you that have been, if you're one of those people that I sent graphics to, going, "Hey, what do you think of this?" You can assume your loyal support got you on the board just for your loyal support.
Absolutely.
If you're somebody whose name I say on this show quite often, you can probably rest assured you're on this board.
We have many automatic qualifiers already. Now it's time to get those on the bubble.
Well, and that's the thing about doing this is during the pandemic year, it was really hard to do this. It's really hard to give things away because flat out we were struggling to survive ourselves.
Right.
So we're going to do a lot of these things this year, and I'm not going to lie to you. My marketing brain, there's a reason I don't do it for a living. It's because I think of things and I go, ooh, that! And there's very little planning put into them. And then I have to spend the whole day planning it like I did yesterday. We got off this show and Tank went, what's your plan for that? And I went,
don't have one.
I don't have one. You know as much as I do. It came to my brain and I went with it. So.
I mean, he's just, you're a guy that just makes things happen.
I try.
Don't necessarily need to have a plan. You're like the Freddie Kitchens of radio and webcast promotions.
Yes.
You just no plan.
I have great ideas.
We got the first
very little plan before I say that.
We got the first 10 words planned out, and then fuck it, we're just going from there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Here's the thing. I people may or may not know this about me, but at one time I was an executive for a rather large company. I didn't have to plan things. I came up with ideas and went, hey, you do that. I don't have one of those people now. And that makes it very difficult to implement these things because now I'm that person. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have this great idea. Shit. Google it. It's my favorite word.
Favorite word. Did you watch any college basketball last night? No.
Here's the thing, college basketball's terrible. And I love to watch it. I'm going to watch Duke Carolina on Saturday. That's going to be my little flappetizer for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's all of it looks disjointed. The basketball, purist in me, it's hard to watch. There's no contiguous offense. It's just the AAUification of college basketball is officially complete.
Oh, yeah.
Because this year, where you did not have camps and things like that to implement your offense,
right,
it's showing. Mm-hmm. This is what AAU basketball looks like. Ask me how I know. Been involved with it for a pretty decent long time. Mm-hmm. So, that's what it looks like. It's who has the best player on the floor. And then you've got Gonzaga and Baylor that are playing at a completely different level. So, yeah, it's hard to get me involved in that.
Well,
plus knowing that I'm not going to get to, go to stuff, which I'm still upset about.
Oh, that's it. You're shunning college basketball because you're not going to be able to go to the tournaments.
I finally have a reason. I have wanted a reason to be able to pull media passes since I was 6. Mm-hmm. I now have one, and they're like, not you. No. You're not in our home market. You could bring the coronavirus. You go to bars and do nefarious things. And patient 0. Blah, blah, blah,
blah. I mean, you couldn't be putting them in any more risk than Atlanta Barbie did. I still can't get over that story.
Who?
The
barber.
No, he's talking about
Barbie.
He's talking about that woman.
Yeah,
with
the
LeBron
woman
James.
that got with LeBron.
That
James.
woman has gotten more traction with you than anybody has
I
gotten
don't
on the
know
show
why she just
outside
keeps
of Tom
sticking
Brady.
in my head.
I don't either. She's a dumb shit that got drunk and put some shit on social media.
Right.
If we start giving credence to these people, it's going to happen more often. Stop doing that. I don't care about her plastic surgery enhanced ass. She has gotten well more than her 15 minutes of fame. Let's move on.
Move on. Last night was a good night for upsets in college basketball, but I mean, how much stock do you really put into that? It's not.
So tell me what that upset was.
What do you mean?
So give me what you're quantifying as upset.
East Carolina beat Houston.
That's
a
one-
huge upset.
Yeah, that was the one I really didn't want you to say.
I mean, South Carolina beat Florida. I think that's a pretty marked upset.
It's really not. Florida's not good. They're not. I don't know why this is so hard for people to understand. Florida's not good.
Yeah.
Florida's played like 5 realistic teams all year. They've been run off the floor 4 times.
Yeah, I don't think South Carolina's good though.
They're not, but they have a good coach. And every once in a while, having a good coach in college basketball is just enough.
Yeah.
Pitt beat Virginia Tech. Everybody in the ACC loses when they're ranked, apparently.
Yeah, it's hard to be ranked in the ACC.
So I mean, St. John's beating Villanova. That was a pretty huge one as well.
That one's pretty big. That one was pretty big, yeah.
Right.
But I mean, at this point, I just look at talent for talent. If it's not Villanova, Baylor, Gonzaga, to me, it's not that big of an upset. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's that marked of a difference from 5 to 25. Or 24. I shouldn't say 25 because 25 is Drake. Not the shitty Canadian rapper.
You just can't give them any credit.
No, because they're named after
Unfortunate.
They're named after a guy that was on Degrassi.
Well,
And he's a shitty Canadian rapper that sounds exactly like Lil Wayne. He's like Lil Wayne light. Love Lil Wayne, hate Drake. Be original. If the first thing I think when I hear you is, man, you sound exactly like, I probably don't like you.
Right. Yeah, it's not. Look, it hasn't been obviously a banner year for college basketball. It might be the worst
I've
season.
ever seen. It's the worst year I've ever seen. You're going to have streaks ended. Duke's not going to make the tournament, which is going to end their tournament streak, which is, 25 years long?
Yeah.
Since the last time that Mike Krzyzewski's back hooked. He's back hooked. Watching his team play made my eyes hurt. Because they were bad. Bad.
Mm-hmm. Duke's not going to make the tournament. Kentucky won't make the tournament.
Kentucky would be lucky to get to 10 wins.
They lost again last night.
oh my God.
Good God.
They lost to Missouri last
Well, Missouri's actually kind of good.
Missouri is good. Missouri is ranked in the top 20, and they lost last night. They should have lost last night.
What is
they're
Kentucky's record at this point?
5-11.
Not too good. That's Steve Spurrier record right there.
5-11.
5-11. Not too
Not
good.
too good. They lose again last night to Missouri, and they're not gonna, they're not even gonna sniff the tournament. It's a very odd year for college basketball, but at the same time, I mean, everybody's in the same boat. Mm-hmm. To me,
But having senior leadership changes things.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the reason Gonzaga is so good.
yes, Gonzaga and Baylor both are the most veteran teams in college basketball, and they were already at the top. And in Gonzaga's case, they added the number 1 player in the country.
Yeah, they added the number 1 player in the country to a roster that already had guys like Corey Kispert, who is a lottery pick. Mm-hmm. And so you have experienced talent, and then you just have the best player on the floor damn near every night you go out there.
Right.
I mean, other than Cade Cunningham, there's probably not a more talented player in the nation than Jalen Suggs. So, we talked about this yesterday on ESPN. This feels like a collision course for Baylor and Gonzaga. Mm-hmm. And for something to change that, I think one of them has to have a god-awful night. I don't think they lose on merit. Right. I don't think anybody's best beats their close to best. They throw out a B night, they're going to beat every team in the country. Mm-hmm. They did not play well against Texas the other night, who was 5. They were 6.
Yeah.
And beat them savagely. Mm-hmm. This final score was not indicative of how close this game was, because it really wasn't. Mm-hmm. So that's, I love college basketball, And I'm really hoping there will be, paths to getting people in for the tournament. And
There won't be.
oh, there should be though. I'm
There
so
won't be.
fucking tired of this.
There won't be. I mean, you continue to have, everybody's on high alert for this thing. And they're going to be, and rightfully so. I'm not saying that I'm not going down that path. But, it's still a thing. You had the Kansas City Chiefs, more details, I guess, about the close contacts in the Kansas City Chiefs came out. And apparently the barber was getting ready to cut every one of the guys' hair on the team. They were all standing in line at the barbershop or sitting in line or whatever at the barbershop when the Kansas City Chiefs came in and said to the barber, "Hey, you tested positive." Pat Mahomes was not too far away. He was in the room while Daniel Kilgore was getting his hair cut.
Who, by the way, posted a picture on Twitter of his head half shaved and God, so good.
He did. It was great.
So good.
But he's sitting in the chair when they came in with the test, and they said, "Hey, you tested positive." And Daniel Kilgore was like, "Well, you might as well finish cutting my hair because I'm already a close contact now." But to think that the Kansas City Chiefs would go through with that before knowing. That's the thing that I can't get. Like, apparently they only got 2 guys in and then went, "Hey, your test just came back." You couldn't wait another hour?
Yeah.
To make sure that you weren't going to expose your players and put, God forbid, had this taken 2 hours, we might have a Super Bowl without Patrick Mahomes. And that would be the worst thing that could possibly happen.
It also wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't happen? Why not?
This game would not happen if Pat Mahomes could not play in it.
Really?
No. Flat out, not going to happen. They would delay it until... I don't know how they would do it. The logistics of it would be a fucking nightmare.
Move it till he cleared the protocol?
And here's the thing. You remember how stupid we said Colin Cowherd was for, they shouldn't play the AFC Championship game until Mahomes is ready?
Yep.
Weird. Took 2 weeks to go. Well, maybe he wasn't that stupid.
I'm not.
Because you're not having a Super Bowl with Chad Henne and Tom Brady. That's just not happening. Not because of the Rona. Now, I mean, if Pat Mahomes retired to go wax surfboards or some shit, then yeah, you'll do what you got to do. But anything that's controllable, and Patrick Holt said the NFL said they wouldn't move to. You're right. They said that about positive tests to players. Pat Mahomes, yes, he's technically a player, but he's a little different. This game would not happen with a positive test on Pat Mahomes.
I think you're wrong.
I firmly believe that.
I think you're wrong about that. I understand why they would.
This is the biggest money-making day of the year.
Sure.
Not even close.
Sure.
And so you think the NFL would, or he would magically be cleared the day of the game.
That's the more likely path. I don't think the NFL would bend this for anything.
I do.
I really don't.
Unless
there was a hurricane that came through Tampa, they would delay it, or move it on the spur.
Here's how this would go, and I'm not being conspiracy theorist guy. There would be 40 close contacts on the Kansas City Chiefs.
So
we
the
can't
entire
have the
team
game.
Can't.
Yeah, that's exactly how that would go. They wouldn't come out and say, "Oh, we're not having this game because of Pat Mahomes," but he would be one of them.
Yeah.
The NFL has taken some lumps, and it's done better than any other professional association. And it's not close.
Absolutely.
By the way, Ian Rappaport reported this morning the salary cap's going to be higher than people think.
Yep.
I said that a week ago.
You have too many teams that are already in financial straits as far as the salary cap goes, and it can't go down more because you do put everybody in a a level of non-attainment. Salary cap goes down another $25 million. How would the New Orleans Saints get under that? They're already going to struggle doing it if it doesn't go down. So I think that's, I don't know if that's how that works, but I said this yesterday. Is that not what the emergency funds are for? When they get the league emergency funds together and every team has to throw in, and what did they say at the beginning of the shutdown? That they had like $2 billion or something in reserve funds that they could use?
Yeah, that is loosely what it's for.
Okay. I think this is where you use it, though.
I don't disagree with you. This gets kind of hard to explain. The way the CBA is done, there are only so many things that money can be used for. Mm-hmm. If you start a precedent of using that because of things, you could back yourself into a corner, which the NFL doesn't do. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Let's say they put this money out there to keep salary cap from going down. And let's say that we can't reach collective bargaining the next time the deal comes up.
Okay.
What saves the players from saying, oh, well, you can pay us with that? You did it once.
Yeah.
You did it once. You already used the funds once for your good, and this is collective money. So, what saves you from paying us there, and now you got a problem. That's the reason I don't think that's going to happen.
All right.
However, I could see a path that the NFL says we cannot afford to have the cap go down. You got teams like the Eagles and Saints that I literally have been racking my brain, and I understand the NFL salary cap pretty well. I can't figure out how they're going to get below the cap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's an amnesty year. I don't know. But there are 4 or 5 teams that have absolutely no ability to get under a $175 million cap, which is what I kept hearing.
Right.
So that's not going to happen.
And if they go the amnesty year route, how do you keep people from abusing it?
No, there's no way to. That's the reason that I think that's a last-ditch scenario.
Right.
I think it's more likely they say, oh, we found this, or the revenues didn't get hurt as bad as we thought, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Or they sign a big-ass deal with DraftKings, which it seems like everyone is doing right now. Or FanDuel.
As a general manager, I'd be sitting there looking at that going, yeah, amnesty. Let's do amnesty. Because I'm going crazy over the cap.
Well, now, the way amnesty would work, there's only a handful of teams that would affect. Mm-hmm. You couldn't go over the cap. It would be one of those things, if you can't get under it, then we'll figure it out.
But if they're over the cap, I get to be over the cap.
Not how that works.
Okay.
It's not how amnesty works. We've done this in the NBA. So there was an amnesty provision in the NBA where if you had a player that had a deal that was, whatever, you could rule every time the NBA puts in a new CBA, they give an amnesty clause. Mm-hmm. It's the Allen Houston rule. You have a contract that's just an albatross, and as opposed to it being guaranteed, it's still guaranteed, but you can stretch the hit over the course of 5 years. That's how this would work. It's not something that you would, I just want to spend $300 million this year, and we'll stretch it out. They would not do that.
Right.
The amnesty clause in the NBA. You don't have a contract that you can stretch out like that? Cool. If it's signed after we put this out there, you don't get to use it on that guy. Mm-hmm. That's how that would go. And I think there's a possibility that's what the NFL is going to do.
Yeah.
Because the Saints are screwed. I physically don't know how the Saints could put 51 guys on the field.
Mm-hmm. And yet they're going to somehow re-sign Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston's not worth a whole lot at this point.
Really? You don't think so?
No.
You think they'll get him for another $1.5 million deal or whatever it was?
I don't know if it'll be that low. I think it's more in the 2.5 to 3 range. Nobody has any money. This is what I've been trying to tell you for 6 months. Mm-hmm. These teams with money are going to run the offseason. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets can have anybody they want. Doesn't matter who it is. Oh, J.J. Watt, we just want him. Cool. I'll give you a 6 for him.
But any of these
because you can't send him anywhere else.
Right.
You don't have any choice. I've been trying to prepare people for this for months because I've been working the numbers on this going, this doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. The Saints and the Eagles and the Steelers and all these teams that are killed against the cap. What are you going to make them do? Are you going to make them send out Pro Bowl level players for 5th round picks?
Right.
Because teams with money have the ability to leverage that to that point. Mm-hmm. I saw one of those conspiracy trade scenarios. The Bears get J.J. Watt and Deshaun Watson and give up Khalil Mack and picks and all this bullshit. I'm like, you don't understand how the cap works even a little bit. Because that would be a $100 million addition to the cap for the Bears. That's how that would work.
All right.
So, yeah, this is going to be a weird offseason. That's the reason you're hearing so many rumors about quarterbacks, because people are sitting here doing the same thing I'm doing, going, how the hell do you field a team? Mm-hmm. I can't figure out how the Eagles and Saints field a team. You can't restructure everybody.
Right.
That was my little rant about the finances of the NFL.
But for me, all these teams looking for quarterback changes, we're expecting, 16 teams to change quarterbacks?
I think it's more than that.
I feel like you feel like there's more than that. Okay.
Adam Schefter said the over-under was 18, and he would take the over.
Right.
I had 16, and I didn't have the Rams out there.
I mean, should Jameis Winston be a starter in the league?
Should he be a starter?
Yeah.
Depends on the scenario. Is he one of the 32 best quarterbacks in the NFL?
Yeah. I don't think it's close. I think it's yes.
It's certainly close. Maybe. I mean, he's going to be 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, somewhere in there. He should either be one of the best backups in the NFL or a very, very bottom-end starter.
He's going to be... Are you talking about his age?
No, I'm talking about where he would fall in the pantheon. Okay.
I was like, he is not 31 years old. I don't know who told you that. He just won a national championship for your team not too long ago.
His jersey's right over there. I think I know how old Jameis Winston is.
Right. Sorry, I was starting to get confused there. Shocker of shockers.
No, I don't think it's... you said it's not even close. It is. Would he start over Tua Tagovailoa? Hell no. There's a lot of those guys in that 30-ish range. Now, what you're going to have this year is you're going to have a lot of teams that wind up with a young quarterback that they believe in.
Right.
And they'll go the Tyrod Taylor on and on and on down the Case Keenum route. And so I think some of those guys wind up starting. The problem with Jameis Winston is you can't do that with him. All right, so take Carolina, for instance. Let's say Teddy Bridgewater wasn't a thing.
Okay.
They wanted to bring in Jameis Winston and draft Trey Lance. Won't work.
There's no reason to do that.
No, well, it just flat won't work because you will fracture the fan base. Because a portion of the fan base will say Jameis Winston gives us the best chance to win right now.
Yep.
Another portion will say he's better than Trey Lance. Why did we take him? And then another section will say he's terrible and threw 4,000 interceptions. Why are we not playing Trey Lance? So you're not going to do that. You would bring Jameis Winston in. I'm trying to even think of a team. Pittsburgh Steelers makes a shitload of sense. But it made a shitload of sense last year, and they were in no way interested. So
yeah. But I don't know. I feel like what I'm saying is I don't think New Orleans – I think they're going to have to pay a little bit more to get Jameis Winston.
I think more than it was last year, but it's still not going to be a market.
I think there would be a market for him. There are probably 10 teams that would go, I'd pay him $5 million.
Name me a team.
Name a team?
Any team. Name me any team that would pay Jameis Winston $5 million. And I'll immediately tell you why they won't.
Houston.
He's not having money.
Okay.
Houston's going to be paying either a rookie or one of these guys like Sam Darnold that's still on a rookie deal. Houston's going to get hemorrhaged in a Watson deal. Let's say they trade Deshaun Watson. The dead money on that's going to be a lot because they're on the hook for the guarantees, not the team he's traded to.
Right.
Next.
The Jets.
You're out of your mind.
The Patriots. They have money.
And he doesn't fit what Bill Belichick does at all.
Okay.
He'd be a square peg in a round hole, and that's the nicest way I could say.
Washington football team.
I think Band-Aid. I think this is Ron Rivera has jumped in on Daniel Snyder and said, I want my own guy. And I don't think a retread NFL quarterback is going to be his guy.
Chicago Bears.
You're stuck with either Foles or Trubisky. You have to do something with two of them. Foles is movable. It's really hard to let Trubisky leave for nothing, but Trubisky's not getting the number that you keep saying. You keep saying, oh, he'll get $20 million on the open market. No, the fuck he won't. He's not going to come close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to come close to that.
Okay.
There are only 4 or 5 teams in the league that could give him that, and none of them will. That's what it just doesn't seem to be marinating with a lot of people. There's very little money in this league right now in terms of cap space. The NBA does this, and we've seen the NBA do this. This is going to be the first time we see it with the NFL. The teams that have the money are going to be able to dictate what they want to do. The Jets, Jaguars, Colts, I think the Dolphins are in pretty good shape. The Patriots, I'm forgetting one. There's somebody else that has a lot of money. I can't think of who it is. Those teams are going to be able to look at anybody they want. Houston wants to get rid of J.J. Watt. Cool, we'll give you a 5. And that's what he's going to go for. Because draft capital is king with these teams that have a lot of money because they're going to throw a lot of money at high-priced veteran players.
Mm-hmm.
And so they need these young guys to fill out the roster. It's one of the reasons I've said the Deshaun Watson deal is not going to be the level of compensation you think it is. This is not going to be 4 ones. It's going to be one of those young quarterbacks, 2 ones, and then probably a 2 or 3.
Yeah. Denver Broncos.
I struggle to believe that George Patton and John Elway would sign off on Jameis Winston. I struggle like hell to believe that.
Wait, I thought Elway was out.
Elway's still in the front office, but now there's a GM. And his name is George Patton that came from the Minnesota Vikings, who had Kirk Cousins, who is a Jameis Winston damn clone.
Right.
I don't think he watched how many years of Kirk, 4 or 5 years of Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Yeah, let me sign up for that in my new job. I finally took a GM job.
Yeah.
He interviewed for 14 of them before he finally took one.
I loved hearing this morning, I think it was Keyshawn Johnson that was talking about Jameis Winston and that this was a shell game. It was a shell game the whole year for the New Orleans Saints. That they didn't want to play Jameis Winston because he looked so good in private that they didn't want anybody else to see the steps that he had made because they knew the Drew Brees thing was coming and they wanted to keep you believe that?
No.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I was the only one that heard that and went, bullshit.
Yeah, no, I don't buy that at all.
Because now Sean Payton, that's all he's talking about, is how much he trusts in Jameis Winston and his development, and he's going to be a part of our future. And I think it's more because you're stuck than anything.
Oh, yeah.
I think Jameis Winston still has value. I mean, he's a guy that has a lot of talent. It's just if he could get the interceptions under control.
It has to be in the right place.
Yeah. And that right place to you is New Orleans?
It's one of the better places. I can't say it's the right place. Pittsburgh's always screamed to me that that's the perfect place because he's got weapons and he's got a coach that could keep him contained, and the defense is good, which he needs all of those things. He is a prodigious talent.
Yes.
If you ask him to do too much, he will do too much. That's who he is.
Yeah. All right, follow, like, and share the Sportsocracy on all of the social medias. Don't forget to interact. Invite your friends as well for your entry into the Sportsocracy Super Bowl Squares contest.
If you want to verify that I've received your entry, after you do that, just send me you can send me a message. You can send the show page a message. Somehow send me a message that says done, and I'll get you on the board. I'll have the board out hopefully this afternoon. If not, it'll be tonight. With the already in entrance, and it'll let you know how many spots are left and all that good stuff.
We'll get you up to date on all the things that have happened throughout the day in the sports world, as well as talk more Super Bowl. Brad Johnson, Super Bowl winning quarterback, will be joining us on the program at 4 o'clock. ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. And, of course, you can hear it and take it with you everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene.
Yeah.
We'll see you this afternoon.